by saying it the way we are saying it here. There's no money. They'll tell you, oh, every day here government support to small businesses. It's not true. The only way you will know it's not true is that go and check the total lending of all the banks. I've shared 2 banks. It's about 30 trillion. Out of which less than 5% go to small businesses. It cannot happen. Indonesia is written 25% of all their loans go to small businesses. China is 20, they've just increased it to 30. The consequence is that if you go to these 2 countries, if you go to Indonesia, 98% of the companies are micro, small businesses. In fact, Indonesia, a country of about 250 million persons, their total employment is 140. Small businesses created 130 million jobs. Only 10 million created by other people. In Indonesia, they even have Ministry of Small Businesses to support it. In China, as good as China is, China today, all their productivity, all their GDP is about 60-65% for small businesses. The total employment in China is 800 million. Small businesses provide 60% of that, which is 540 million. So you must support this engine. It is critical. We're not doing that. What we are doing here is celebration, sharing. Nigeria, the only thing Nigeria has is sharing formula. Nobody stops anything. All that I came to ask you people is that we need to move this country from sharing formula to production formula. It cannot continue. We must move from consumption to creating wealth. Other countries have done it for the future of our children. It is critical. It is not something anybody can do. They can tell you, oh, it's sophisticated. No. I've gone from one country to the other, studying. I just came back from Morocco recently, not up to a month ago. Morocco exported last year 40-something billion worth of exports. Not oil. Agricultural products, 8 billion. Morocco. Vehicles, car manufacturing, 10 billion. I can go on. Tourism, 3-point-something billion. That's what they had last year in Morocco. Morocco is just here. So it's not as if this thing. You ask about power generation. This is the only country where to switch on your light, everybody knows how much power is being produced. Everybody knows whether the national grid has failed or whether every other country just put light on and off. Here you must know everything. You must even be calling for government as well, calling the people who are in charge of the power company. No other country does that. Egypt borrowed only 6 billion euros, call it 10 billion naira. And within 2015 and today, Egypt have doubled their power generation from 26,000 megawatts to 54,000 megawatts. Egypt, they're not far. You go to, so we are number 1 biggest economy in Africa. We generate 4,000 megawatts. If we are able to get it. Number 2 biggest economy is South Africa. They generate 54,000. Egypt is number 3. It generates between 54 and 55. But the giant generates 4. That's the crisis. And they give you all sorts of excuses. Yesterday, there's nothing in power generation. There's nothing in power distribution. It's very easy. Anybody who tells you any story is this. Excellency, let me conclude because he's introduced me. I was governor of the state. My dear people, today God has given you position where you are in authority, where you are delegates. You won't be there forever. Your Excellency is the governor. He will not be governor forever. I tell people that when I was in office. His greatest achievement, you might not know, is not in building infrastructure. And I tell people that is in ensuring the civility and order and peace in the state. He's going to leave office and go to his house and stay because he has not surrounded himself with enemies. When you're this post, it's a very difficult post. I've heard it. Because everybody you meet will tell you you're doing well. How will anybody tell you you're doing well? They will tell you the truth when you leave. When you leave here, the announcement you'll be hearing, you'll be wondering whether it was these people who was announcing this. So what I tell people is that it is important that you know you're not going to be here forever. And make peace. Ensure that you do the right things as much as you can. I live in Onitsha today. I don't live any outside anywhere. I don't have a house anywhere outside Onitsha. That's where I live. I live with the people. So there's no more security. There's no more thing. Before you come to church or come to anywhere, 10 people will stand up for you to sit down. Today, if you come in, they say don't mind. Even if they like to sit up, they say they will not do it. So it is important that you do the right things so that you still out of the 10 who used to stand up, 2 will still stand up. The same thing goes to you in your different offices. It is important. When I used to go around everything, people would say this. I was governor of the state for 8 years. Very difficult. I quarreled with the elites. Because when you do the right things, you have elites as your enemies. I quarreled with all of them. I used to go to Abuja, and the president would say to me, your people are not happy with you. And I would say, Mr. President, I never promised happiness. I promised to shut down the cost of governance in order to fix school, in order to make things work. With that, we moved our education from number 1, from number 26 to number 1. Because that's what I promised. Every senior prefect of secondary school had my phone number. I speak to them, but I don't speak to the elites because they are part of the confusion. And they will tell you everything. I used to go to Abuja where the president's wife would quarrel with me and said, you're the only governor who has office of facility. And I said, listen, my wife never campaigned. Nobody voted her. 2 of us are too close. Since we signed to the one in our marriage, he's part of me. So let us campaign. Because the same people who are following her as officer will tell you what is committed. So I said, let's have less confusion. So we shut down every cost in order to be able to function. And when I left, some people say, oh, how can you leave money? How can you do this? I said, well, it's their money. It belongs to them. I'm going, hand it over public, just to come in where he sent them. The day I left office, I invited everybody. If you go to Access Bank, there I left, I had $50 million to $1 billion. Had in Fidelity Bank, $56 million to $1 billion. And I had in Diamond Bank, $50 million, because I was saving in dollars and naira. I had $50 million to $1 billion. Handed it over to the incoming governor. This is my 8th year of living office. Anambra has not bought me pure water. Because I said, no pension, no gratuity, I'm going home. I don't want to be part of anything. I've come home. All I'm asking you, when you want to vote as delegates, do not look at me. Do not look at people who will come here. All of us will come here. Some will give you money. Some will, because they have plenty of it. Anybody who brings anything, please take it. Don't say no to them. The money belongs to you. Take it. But when you want to vote, put the picture of your children in front of you and ask yourself, which society do I want these children to live? Because they might not be delegates. You are delegates. Your children, it's not inherited. It's not an inheritance. So they will inherit delegates. So which society do I want them to live?